Hello everyone, I am Li Chenfeng from Group 10. Today, let me first introduce the beginning of this topic. Okay, our topic is multi-ethnic society in Malaysia. Okay, the first one, introduction. In academic, literature, and general discourse, Malaysia is a multi-ethnic and multicultural country. The main races are Malays, Chinese, and Indians. The process of immigrants has always been a constitutive part of Malaysian history. This led to a multi-ethnic society. A. Orang Melayu. Malays can be divided into Laosians and Bosans. The former refers to an ethnic group distributed in the southern part of Malay Peninsula and southeastern Sumatra, which has the largest population in the Malay Peninsula. Broadly speaking, Malay is sometimes used to refer to the Malay Indonesian-speaking group or even the entire Austronesian language group. The Proto-Malays were the first Malays to arrive in the Layang Islands, belonging to the Austronesian race, who migrated to the Layang Island in the late Neolithic period. The book, The Encyclopedia of Malaysia, early history puts out three major theories about the origin of Malays, but historians have yet to conclude. Notably, the original Malays that existed today are still visible. They include the Moken, Orang Jaguan, Orang Kwana, Orang Tamuan, and Orang Kanak. B. Malaysian Chinese. The majority of Chinese Malaysians are immigrants and their descendants from Fujian, Guangzhou, Guangxi, and the Highland Province, who migrated to Malaya for hundreds of years since the Ming and the Qing dynasties. Indigenous Chinese are the second largest ethnic group in Malaysia, with a total population of 7.41 million.
The third is Malaysia Indians. Malaysia Indians are mostly in the period of British Malaya from India to the Malaya Peninsula, and this may be the first wave of India to Southeast Asia migratory period. And after Ashoka of Kalinan have Formosa Sudari capital, the invasion of the over Southeast Asia focuses from Java and Malaya Peninsula began moved to the Indian people. Indigenous Indians are now the third largest ethnic group in Malaysia. Problem statement. Because there are many races, Malaysia's culture is also very rich. The characteristics and customs of each culture are different, which leads to the cultural differences in Malaysia. Malaysia is the only country in the world to have racial protection written into its constitution, and it was the compromise that led to the very fragile ethnic relations that entered Malaysia. Malays believe they deserve special treatment because they are Malaysia's indigenous people. The Chinese and Indians believe that Malays were not indigenous people, but indigenous just like the Chinese and Indians, who called themselves indigenous because they had immigrants the Malacca dynasty before that. Since both sides were foreign, the Malays should not claim more rights as indigenous people. As a result, there is an irreconcilable conflict between Malays and Chinese Indians.
C. Methodology. For people, everyone should respect all races, cultures, and every culture is worth learning and useful reference. For society, the media should punish multi-ethnic and multicultural magazines and related TV programs. For governments, society should publicize the features and the customs of various cultures and encourage people to live in harmony.
The case study about clothing for Malay most traditional clothing is two-war barrel. That is a colorless coat with brown sleeves. The lower body is surrounded by a large piece of cloth called a sandcase. They still have two-war small hats with no brim on their hands. The traditional dress of women is to wear a long dress with no collar and long sleeves, and they must wear hand scarves on their hands. For Chinese, people usually wear cultural clothes, there is nothing particular about it. For India, most Indian men wear loose-necked shirts with narrow-legged trousers, and the traditional dress of Indian women is sari. Vipa is around the body in cloak when women wear it. Etiquette in Malaysia. Generally speaking, men and women can shake hands and say hello to each other, and some Muslim women will only nod and smile instead of shaking hands to show friendship to new men. Hold hands with each other, but don't hold them tightly. Before visiting others, it is polite to call them first. Take off your shoes before entering the house. The host usually offers drinks, and it is polite to accept them. Tub in Malaysia. Use your right hand when giving or receiving goods. You must take off your shoes when you enter the place of prayer. Don't use the index finger of your right hand when pointing at objects. When entering Buddhist temples, government offices, and other buildings, you must wear long short sleeves and trousers. Festival. For Malay, they have an added feature on that day. Families get up early to clean indoor and outdoor hygiene, giving people a clean, comfortable, and pleasant feeling. And for Chinese, they have a Mid-Autumn Festival. This is a festival of reunion. People rush home to have a reunion dinner, enjoy the moon and eat moon cakes together. And for India, they celebrate the Diwali, a great festival of lanterns. During the Diwali, people put on new clothes, attend family services, set off firecrackers, and share candies with family, friends, and neighbors.
Diet. For Malay food was developed under the influence of the food culture of people in India, China, and the Middle East. The main ingredients, especially spicy, such as chili, lemongrass, ginger, curry leaves, and dill, were originally introduced into Malaysia by Indians and Arabs. Malay staple food is milling rice and mulberry cake, followed by vegetables, onion, garlic, ginger, spices, smoked dry fish is a relatively rich meal. Malay food is mainly made of beef, chicken, and fish, together with chili peppers and onions. The taste is more spicy, and the cooking methods are slightly different in different regions. Malay's famous home-cooked delicious are steak, sour shark, milk rice, loja hot and sour fish. Compared with other countries in South Asia, Malay's food has a stronger flavor and less curry and chili peppers. Because the local climate is hot and humid, it some spicy food. The human body will feel more reference in sweeting. Malays are used to grabbing rice with their right hand. They must wash their hands before eating and pay great attention to heating and equity when eating. Malay food. And for China, most Chinese people eat mainly Chinese food at home. But Chinese food in Malaysia is relatively close to Southern Chinese. Cantonese food. Malay-style Chinese food is not hot and cold, and most of it is hot food. As Malaysia is a multi-ethnic country, Chinese eating habits are influenced by various ethnic groups, so they are not as sensitive as China.
For Indian, Malaysian Indian cuisine, which is cooked in Malaysian Indian communities, includes adaptations of authentic dishes from India and original works inspired by Malaysia's diverse food culture. Since the vast majority of Malaysian Indian communities are mostly ethnic Tamils, who are descendants of the modern Indian government, Tamil Nadu and the northern provinces of Sri Lanka, a lot of Malaysian Indian food, mainly inspired by South India. Typical Malaysian Indian food in character and taste may have curry leaves, whole grains and powdered spices, and contain various forms of fresh coconut. Although vegetable oil and refined palm oil are now common in family kitchens, ghee is still widely used in cooking. Religion. For Malay, Malaysians are followers of Islam. For Chinese, many Chinese are followers of Buddhism, and few of them are followers of Islam. For Indian, most of them are followers of Hindu or Buddhism. Language. For Malay, the official language is Bahasa Malay. For Chinese, people always speak Cantonese and Mandarin, and for Indian, people always speak Tamil. Discussion. In our opinion, multi-ethnic culture is also a treasure of Malaysia.
Although people are of different races, they still help each other and live in harmony. Frankly speaking, we think multi-ethnic society always is positive. It not only promotes cultural communication, it also makes the world become more peaceful. Conclusion: the world is pluralistic. Each culture is precious and unique. No matter what race we are, we should all respect and accept their cultures while adhering our own culture.
Thank you for listening. This is all we have to show. If you have any questions, please let us know.